fantastic. If you're here, say hello. I'd love to know who you are, where you're from. Give me a heart, give me a thumbs up. We have had so many new members come into the group over the weekend. And, I'm trying to get to everybody, and I haven't gotten to everybody yet. Those of you who answered in the questions that they'd love for me to contact them and explain how we help clients shift through their health challenges, get from A to B using our thyroid restoration roadmap, I will be in touch. So we've just had a couple of really, really busy days. In fact, the last week we've had quite a few new beautiful clients come in into our world, which I'm absolutely grateful and honored. So, whenever we have new clients, it gets really, really busy because this is the time that we do the deep dive, especially at the beginning. So, clients are always at the first and foremost front part of my mind. So I will get to everybody. So welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. Tonight is going to be short and sweet. It's going to be 20 minutes because this is one of a 3-part series on digestion. The subject around digestion is absolutely huge, and I'm absolutely passionate about that area of the body. And it's an area that I like to honor and respect with regards to everybody's health picture, because it tells us so much about what's going on the inside, okay? Because when you think about it, this is our body's ability, our body's way of turning the fuel, right, into energy. So every single step of the way has a different process, a different mechanism for different parts of your digestion, to break down different elements from your food. And it's extremely important. And this is why I feel that in today's day and age, with the whole fast food era and like the quick fix and the drive-through and, eating in front of the television or in front of your screens, not having a long enough lunch break, eating on the run, having breakfast in the car, seeing that. Actually, drop in the comments, what have you eaten in the car on the way to work to save time? Be honest. Come on, be honest. I have seen someone with a breakfast cereal bowl in the car in traffic, and, no judgment. I've done it myself. Not that I have not done that, but, it's just kind of like the modern day era. Welcome, everybody. Let me know who you are. Fantastic. We've got so many people coming on. Hey, Kat. Fantastic. Great to see you. Amazing. Deb, sounds fantastic. Yeah, I've spoke to Deb earlier today. Linda, welcome. Yeah, tell me, what have you done, where you've tried to save time and, you've eaten on the run or in the car or in front of the TV or at the work desk, and if that becomes a habit, it's no wonder over time. And if this is you, not everyone has different levels of, some people have a very robust digestive system and other people not. So it depends on the level of sensitivity, what food you're putting in the body, the amount of stress that's impacting you, okay? Because we know that the vagal nerve innervates our digestive processes at each step of the way. And if we're stressed and in that heightened stress response, that fight, flight, response, well, then we're not going to be able to secrete the digestive enzymes well. We're not going to be able to, we're probably not chewing well. We're possibly chewing fast. In fact, during that time, we're absolutely in sympathetic nervous system dominance. So, this is what is the beginning of things like indigestion, bloating, halitosis or bad breath because of not, breaking down your food properly, heartburn, reflux, all of these types of things. So tonight I'm going to be mainly focusing on the upper digestive tract, and also just kind of give a broad strokes about what I feel. I feel that there needs to be a real flip in society, like this whole notion of fast food, eating on the run, quick fix, microwave, even, microwave. What an invention! It's just, it takes away that whole cephalic phase. When you think about it, you put something in the microwave, you can't really smell it. You're not really introduced to each flavor, to each nutrient, each item of food, right? So when we cook, especially when we cook from scratch, I'm a huge advocate of that. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say that everyone has to do it that way. We fine tune your way. We find a happy medium. And sometimes it's just about starting small, building up your level of confidence, really noticing the difference, understanding that actually your health is so much better. And then often, you'll bring in some new ways which become your new habits. And, yesterday is long gone history. You don't do that anymore. And your health is way better off for it. So getting back to the microwave, you throw something in the microwave, put it on for whatever, I don't know, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever it cooks, and you're not really introduced to the food item. It's just like a quick nuke, and then it's done. Whereas when you're cooking, you're getting introduced to all the flavors. And what that's doing is through the sense of smell, our oldest sense, our most primal sense, the digestive juices are starting to flow. And those digestive juices are the initiation of your digestion, all through the salivary glands in the mouth, and, all of the other, the other digestive organs, a little bit in the stomach, everything starts to flow. And in fact, the human body produces, or secretes, I should say, 1.5 litres of gastric acids, or digestive juices, for want of a better word, because they've all got different names. I'm not going to go into the names, it's really irrelevant, per day. So a healthy body will produce that much, and we need that because that's what helps to break down the foods. All of these digestive enzymes, we need the potency, and we need the level, the right pH for that stage of digestion to break down the nutrients that are pulled out or cleaved off out of the food at that stage of digestion for optimal nutrient absorption. And we haven't even gotten down to the part of the digestive system where they are actually absorbed across the digestive tract. We're still at the breaking down phase. We're still in the hopper, we're in the stomach. So in fact, stomach is where the level of the stomach is where the hydrochloric acid helps to pull apart and break down and begin the absorption of iron, B12, zinc. It's also where we absorb our water. We also absorb water in other parts of the digestive system, and also some other things like fluoride and some other minerals, molybdenum and copper as well. So that is in the stomach. And then, of course, lower down, there's different vitamins and minerals. But I'm just going to stay in this upper part, because if you're feeling nauseous within half an hour of eating, or if you're bloating or bloated within half an hour of eating, okay, or, you haven't really got, you've lost your appetite. Like, what I'm trying to say is you've got an appetite, but you're really needing high palatable foods. Those foods that are fortified with all of the flavors, like sugar, salt, a typical, sugar and salt. Look at McDonald's. What is it? Sugar and salt. It's not even food. It's not even food. So actually, I've got a story for you. A quick story. My little dog, Indy, some of you know her. My little dog, my parents, and no judgment, but they're in their mid-80s, and every now and then, because they don't want to get out of the car, they actually go through the McDonald's drive-through and get a takeaway coffee, right? Bless them. I love them. That's them. They're not going to change. That's what they do. They started doing that during COVID, and they've just continued that little thing, right? That's all they get. They don't eat any of the food. They don't touch it. They just get their takeaway coffee. In their belief, that's the best coffee on the planet. Who knows? Anyway, so on this particular occasion, they had Indy in the car, and my dad had the bright idea of, let's get Indy some chicken nuggets. Anyway, do you know what? She wouldn't touch them. She would not touch them. And, there's probably a lot to be said for that, because I only ever feed my animals top notch. But also, that just says something, doesn't it? Like, if a dog who has their sense of smell is the highest instinct with a dog. Who has pets here? Tell me. Who has pets? Let me know. Dogs in particular. They have a very acute sense of smell. And if a dog won't touch a food, that's saying something, isn't it? Anyway, I digress. I'm going to get back to the topic. All right, so I promise short and sharp. What I highly advocate is have a look in your life where you feel like you're being pulled around by your life, as opposed to honoring the space and time to fuel your beautiful body with an amazing meal. Okay, this is going to automatically bring you into the parasympathetic nervous system phase, which actually honors digestion. It will help the gurgles go. The belly gurgle when you've got food coming. It will help all of these processes. And that is going to set you up for good digestion. And if this is something that you've never done before, if you're feeling like you're wanting to save time, this or that, this is the place to start. Honestly, this is the place to start, because, sometimes we need a treatment plan. Often if things have gone on for too long, because it could take years to manifest, we need to get you from A to B and just bring it back. And sometimes we do need, digestive enzyme support, support for your hydrochloric acid. We might need some, detoxification support and probiotic support and all of that, depending on what's going on. I'm not talking about those other areas of the digestive system right now. But if you're just wanting to really improve the ability for your body to break down food so that it's primed and ready for absorption, the number one thing you will do is honor your body the space and time to sit at the table and chew properly. Chew up to 30 times, in fact, for each meal, because that's actually what's required. And there's something to be said for the old-fashioned family meals where everyone sat around the table and had the candle on, or even back in the olden days before electricity, when it was around the campfire, because automatically that will just relax your nervous system, and there's harmony around in the space, and chit chat and a bit of laughter and relaxation. And that's actually what the body needs. It doesn't need to be in fight flight when it's trying to break down and process foods. It's actually wanting to rest, to digest. So that is the first thing you can do. The other thing that you can do, I'm just going to give you some tips tonight. I think tips are really important, is have a look at how many bitters you're having in your diet. So bitters are things like, your bitter greens, like your endive, your rocket, baby spinach. Now, right now, at this point in time, I'm not talking about food inflammation or allergy. So, or oxalates or anything like that. I will cover that in other sessions. I'm just talking about food as a fundamental partner for you to just have a look at. Other bitters are things like lemon juice, even the rind. You could grate a little bit of the rind on your food, you know, with a squeeze of lemon. I put a squeeze of lemon on most things. A really good quality apple cider vinegar is another one. You could have a splash just to introduce and bring in more bitters. Because what typically happens is, you know, the body just, you know, goes for something sweet. It just, you know, it's wanting that quick, you know, path of least resistance, get me the energy, get it in quick. So our taste buds are easily seduced by sugar, easily seduced. And then once you kind of hooked on that pathway, you'll find that you're possibly even opting for the sweet style vegetables, you know, like the peas and the carrots. Nothing wrong with these vegetables, I'm just saying. And then you're not having enough of the bitter style vegetables, because it's the bitters, the naturally occurring bitters that are in foods that help to induce your digestive enzymes, you know, to then work to break down the food. And then, of course, we need all the other minerals to help build hydrochloric acid, like zinc helps to build hydrochloric acid, as an example. Yeah, and bitters helps to kind of allow it to all secrete, you know, because we want a lot of digestive juices. You know, think of a washing machine. It's not really going to be able to wash the clothes without water. So our digestive enzymes is like the water in the washing machine. The washing machine is the stomach. That's the hopper. So we need all of these to be secreted, which is one of the reasons why my firm belief is that proton pump inhibitors, you know, Nexium and all of those types of medications, they're one of the worst medications. Like, I'm not telling you if you're prescribed that, please don't just, you know, I don't know you as a whole individual, right? So, but as a general rule of thumb, these types of medications, they actually do more harm than good down the track, because what they do is they just shut up the parietal cells from producing the acid, so that then you're unable to really absorb the nutrients and break down the food. There are other ways to improve your indigestion. Yeah, often it's because of hypochlorhydria, which is low stomach acid, that's causing the indigestion. All right. So yeah, just something to think about, you know, how are you eating your food? Where are you eating your food? You know, what mood are you in when you're having your meal? Are you getting a proper break from your workspace environment? You know, is it a nice, calm environment? Do you have some beautiful music playing? I don't know, some jazz. I love jazz. You know, I think listening to jazz while you're having dinner is just so relaxing, you know. But, you know, you may not like it. There could be something else that you like, you know. So, yeah, that's probably my big tip tonight is start at the beginning. The beginning is, how are you preparing your food? What is the combination of meals? What bitters are in there? What are you threading through that's going to help your digestive enzymes? And you know what? If you've clearly got no idea, and if you think, well, look, I've tried that and it hasn't worked, I'd like you to just type digestion. Okay? Because like what I say in all of my live trainings, there's no one size fits all, because we haven't factored in all the other elements of your health and then all the other areas of your digestion. I'm just talking about the upper digestive system, and I'm speaking very broadly. So I just want you to know, just have that in mind. Yeah, so that's my tip. Next week, we're going to be going lower down in the digestive system. We're going to be talking about the accessory digestive organs and the role that they have to play in breaking down and actually detoxifying. We're going to be talking about assimilation. And then in the last session, we're going to be talking about our beautiful gut microbiome and our gut bugs. So I hope you've taken a lot out tonight. The other thing I did want to quickly say, I'm just looking at the time, so I did promise 20 minutes. The other thing I would like to say is have a look at your herbal teas. Have a look at them and just, you can pop it in the chat. And if you're watching the replays, just please do a hashtag replay and type in the chat, what herbal teas do you like? And what do you feel that you're drawn to, that you normally go to? Because there's always a property in there that it has therapeutic value. And my gift to you is if you drop the name of your tea in the comment, I'm going to tell you all the therapeutic elements or value of that tea so that you can know all of the good things that you're doing for your body. Okay, whether it's rooibos, whether it's spearmint, whether it's chamomile or a ginseng tea or a green tea, just drop it in the comments, because when we make a beautiful tea, especially from a loose leaf tea, and allow it to kind of just, percolate there for about 5 minutes, there is a release of beautiful constituents that are naturally part of that plant. And then when they infuse into the water, and then when you drink that, that becomes a therapeutic agent for your body. And there are so many teas that are great for the upper digestive tract, but I'm not going to tell you which ones. I'd love you to drop in the comments, what are your favorite teas? Because I believe that if we're drawn to something, not always, because, this always doesn't always work, but if we're drawn to something, we know that we feel good from it, it's probably having a therapeutic effect on our body. Okay, whether it's a turmeric tea or, anything. So drop it in the comments. Let me see if there's any now. Oh, hi, Anita. Lovely to see you here. Hi, Sharon. Fantastic. Drop your name of your tea, your favorite tea in the comments. Yeah, just pop it in there. I'm just trying to think of some now. Chai. I love a good chai tea with all the spices. Ginger, like a fresh ginger rhizome. That's beautiful for lower down the digestive tract. It's one of the beautiful elixirs of life. Is carminative, which means that it helps to reduce any bloating or wind. It's anti-nausea. It has so many therapeutic benefits. So does chamomile, so does spearmint, peppermint as well, although we don't have peppermint for a particular time. If you've got upper digestive problems and you have reflux, peppermint is actually contraindicated. A lot of people feel that they're doing themselves good by having peppermint tea if they have indigestion. Peppermint, in fact, is good for lower down in the digestive tract. For example, if you have intestinal bloating, more or less below the navel, all right? If you've got indigestion, peppermint as a therapeutic agent actually lowers the esophageal sphincter. It just naturally does that, which means that it will actually put more pressure on that part of your digestive system if you're suffering from indigestion. So, yeah, that's just a good one to know. Some people go, oh, but I had peppermint tea and then I felt worse. Well, that's the reason why, if that part of your digestive system is a little bit weaker. All right, that's it from me. Fantastic. Drop in the comments. Let's get this chat going, because this week was upper, next week is mid-accessory organs, accessory digestive organs and absorption. And then the following week, I'm going to honour that last 20-minute segment on all the different bacteria, our beautiful digestive enzymes. Okay? All right, that's it for me. Have a beautiful week, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Next week, by the way, it will be Wednesday. Back to Wednesday at 7:30. All right, bye for now.